why do human beings, however intelligent, however learned, however philosophical and religious, they will always fall into this groove?
Yes, well, I think the groove is inherent in the nature of the accumulated knowledge.
Are you saying then that knowledge invariably must create a groove?
Well, perhaps not must, but it has, in the way it has developed in mankind. Knowledge about the psychological knowledge, that is to say.
We are talking of that, obviously.
Yeah. That psychological knowledge, then I would agree, must create a groove.
But why does the mind not be aware of it, see the danger of it, see its mechanical repetition, and therefore there is nothing new in there, and yet keeps on doing it?
Yes, well, you see, I think when we were discussing this accumulation of knowledge, which really constitutes a groove, because...
yes, constitutes the groove, but why?
You see, I think that it's the same question, see, if you merely think of the accumulation of knowledge making a groove, then you don't see why a person should stay in it, you see.
Yes, that's what I'm asking.
Now, it seems to me that the groove, or the knowledge accumulated, has a significance seems to have a significance far beyond what its real significance is, that it carries a necessity. If we say we have knowledge of some object, like the microphone, it has some limited significance. Now, knowledge about your nation, the nation to which you belong, seems to have immense significance.
Yes. So, is this significance the cause of this narrowing down of the mind?
Well, it holds the mind. You see that this knowledge has a tremendous value beyond all other values. It makes the mind stick to that because it seems the most important thing in the world.
You know, certain philosophies, certain concepts and so on in India, there is this philosophy that knowledge must end. You know, of course, Vedanta. But apparently very, very, very few people do end knowledge and talk from freedom.
Well, I would come back to that point and say that knowledge generally seems extremely important, worth holding on to. You see, though a person may verbally say it should end.
But, and you
that's knowledge about the self.
Yes, you mean I am so stupid that I don't see that this knowledge has very little significance, essentially, psychological knowledge, and yet my mind clings to it.
Yes, I wouldn't quite put it that the person is that stupid, but rather to say that this knowledge stupefies the brain, you see.
Yes, all right.
I mean that the brain, being caught in this knowledge, becomes stupefied.
All right, but it doesn't seem to extricate itself.
Well, because it's already so stupefied that it can't see what it's doing, right?
So what shall it do? I've been watching this many years. Why human beings think or attempt to become free from certain things, and yet this is the root of it. You know, this accumulation, psychological accumulation, which becomes psychological knowledge, and so it divides and all kinds of things happen around it and within it. And yet the mind refuses to let go.
Yes.
Is it that doesn't see or it has given to knowledge such immense importance?
That's what I mean, yes.
Why? Is that because there is safety in it?
Well,
there is security in it?
Well, that's part of it, but that it seems to be a source of security. But See, I think in some way knowledge has taken on the significance of the absolute. You see, to say that knowledge should be properly relative. Now, but this knowledge of the mind, the psychological knowledge of the self, or the associated knowledge of
I
religion.
understand all that, sir, but you're not answering my question.
Right.
I'm an ordinary man. I realize all this, and I realize the significance and the value of knowledge in different levels. But deeper down inside one, this knowledge, this accumulated knowledge, is very, very destructive.
That's true, but there's self-deception. That the knowledge deceives the mind, so a person is not usually aware that it is destructive.
Is that why human beings cling to it?
Well, they can't really. By the time, you see, we don't know exactly how they got started on it, but once it got started, the mind is generally in a state in which it is not able to look at this because it is avoiding the question. There's a tremendous defensive mechanism to escape looking at the whole question.
Why?
Because it seems something supremely precious might be at stake.
You see, no, one is strangely intelligent in other directions, capable and efficient, skilled, have greater skill. But here, where the root of all this trouble is this, why don't we comprehend it fully? What prevents the mind? You say it has given importance to knowledge. I acknowledge that. It is so, and yet it holds on. You must know.
Well, but I think that once this has happened, there's a mechanical process that resists intelligence. See that